Floating in your universe, baby. Orbiting around you, got me hypnotized. Feeling so scared, need you to save me. It's like you're my savior and my...
Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay. Okay guys, so welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about my experience with astrology, spirituality, like how I got into it, what I learned from it, how it has affected my life, relationships with my loved ones and my friends and even strangers. It's like pretty cool if you think about it. I don't know where to start. I guess we'll start with how I got into astrology. Okay, so for as long as I can remember, I've been called weird probably a lot. Yeah, I've been called weird so many times I can't even count. I'd probably be rich by now. And so there's just this one incident in, I think, 9th grade? I think it was 9th grade. I don't know. The situation was really, really awkward. My best friend at the time, she had invited over like a bunch of people. We're all sitting down on the couch. Everyone's not talking to each other. My biggest pet peeve is when people are in a gathering and no one's talking. So I stepped up and I was like, okay, let's talk. Let's engage because we're human beings. Yeah. I turned up the music. I just got up and started like dancing like a maniac. So your girl turned that on and I'm starting to like dance. We used to go on DisneyChannel.com. Yes, I used to do this. My friend had like a pole in her,
Yeah, so these poles needed to be there. It divides the basement and also supports the upstairs floor joist. I didn't know that. Silly me, but now I know.
I played it.
So this pole became my dance partner, and then someone was like, oh, you're weird. So I stopped what I was doing, and I'm not gonna lie, my feelings were kind of hurt, but we continued on until I went home.
I decided to search. I'm on Google, I'm typing like, why am I so weird? Okay, I'm not the only one that types in weird shit into Google, okay? But whatever, anyways. And then Aquarius pops up. Like, it says like, why are Aquarius so weird? Alright, Googling Aquarius. Like, what is Aquarius? What are the zodiac signs? Mind you, I don't even know my zodiac sign. I don't know anything about astrology. Like, nada. I've heard about astrology like a couple of times, but and then especially if you look in like magazines and stuff, it's like all the way at the end. And I'd read them. I'd read all of them, but I had no idea what they were. So I guess I was intrigued by it, but I just never really looked into it. So when I got into astrology, I literally was straight out of high school. I was on Twitter, I believe. Yeah, I was on Twitter. I was on my own personal page. I didn't have GirlsOfAqua then. I just started following like a bunch of random accounts because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, you know? That's just, I feel like Twitter is like this deep, deep hole. So like the deeper you get, you're like, whoa. There's some funny shit here. So you know how sometimes when you search things on the internet and then you go on different platforms of social media, somehow configure that and randomly make things pop up onto your social media? Did that make sense? It made sense to me. I created GirlsOfAqua, and from there my life kind of just changed. Astrology has helped me connect so much more with people. I can understand a lot more. I can say it's made me patient. I'm able to like not only laugh at myself, because if you look at your natal chart, in some way or form, you have certain zodiac signs in that chart. It's important to know which sign, like out of all the 12 zodiac signs, is in what planet. Because you got Venus, you got Mercury, you got Pluto, you got Jupiter, you got all of these planets, and they each represent a characteristic of ours. So I studied my chart. I remember I went into a random astrology account and I put in my date of birth, I put in where I was born, the time, and it just gave me like a full-fledged natal chart right at my fingertips in 2 seconds. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I kind of had like a gut instinct about it. I do remember spending like a whole week, like not even sleeping. I don't believe that I slept. I searched highs and lows, every single website. I searched every type of book. I went into libraries and I just started asking for zodiac sign books. It didn't even stop at my own sign. Like, I just wanted to figure out each sign. Started to look at the people around me, and everything was just like light bulbs. I've always questioned how and why each person is so different, but some could be so similar. Just a tweak of their personality could be, you know, different. It just blew my mind. When I first started studying it, I didn't really get a good reaction when I asked people for the zodiac signs. There was like a weird type of stigma towards it. There still is, but I really do believe generations that are floating in are much more understanding and much more spiritual. It's nice to see, like, it really truly is. I'm not afraid to just like go up to someone and be like, hey, what's your zodiac sign? I would do it anyways back then, but it was just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just harder. I really didn't tell anybody in my life except my family and like 2 close friends that I was into astrology, because this was like a whole nother level of weird. I didn't care. Like, I loved it so much. I just wanted to keep it for myself. You know, when you like find out something and you just like don't want anyone else to know about it? I was kind of selfish in that way. Like, I just didn't want anyone to know about astrology and like what I was learning. I was like, I just want to figure it out. But then I'm like, no, I need to find people who are also engaged in this. Such incredible people started coming in and engaging with me and talking to me about something that I'm extremely passionate about. Every time I came into contact with someone, I didn't just look at them with 2 eyes. You know, when you meet someone, it's kind of like, oh, their appearance. And like, then you have to kind of force the situation to be in a position where you can get to know them on a deeper level. Sometimes you can't even get to a deeper level. We also have like this pre-assumption of like what a person is and like how they are, but then we meet them and they're totally not that way. And that's because our vision kind of just blocks it. It's usually what we assume. Something just started happening where I would meet someone and it never felt awkward on my end. Like, I would ask them for their birthday. They would tell me their birthday. I would figure out which sign they are. Usually when they're on like borderline between 2 zodiac signs, that's the difficult part. You gotta like figure that out. But at the time, I believed it was cusps. And then I started researching more. I started fading away from cusps and really, really getting into the factual parts of astrology, which is math. That's where degrees lie, timing, all that. I kind of could use what I knew about astrology and place it into my conversation. So I went from having 2 eyes to literally having a 3rd eye. And that's where your 3rd eye kind of comes in. The 3rd eye is also known as the mind's eye. It's the inner eye. It is invisible. It shows you a perception that your mind can only see, your eyes can't see. It felt like an epiphany. I remember I was talking to one of my friends the first time that I really established astrology into my life. And we were sitting down, I think we were eating like empanadas. She's an Aries, by the way. And I sat down and I just like started analyzing her, and she wanted to know more about her zodiac sign. So she's like, tell me about a female Aries. I started like listing it, this, and I got kind of deeper and deeper into the topic. I guess when you could say that my 3rd eye opened, I put myself at a level where I could try and understand other people and not judge them based off of it. If we feel an off vibe, we're gonna be like, okay, well, I don't really like fuck with this person anymore, you know? But what astrology did for me was give people like a second glance and like a second chance, if you will. You're not so focused on what people are giving you. You're just focused on what you are capable of, what impact you have on other people's lives. And I started to realize this when everything started to click. My relationships with people got so much more intense. Like, as an Aquarius, I'm very, very just distant. I know I'm aloof. Like, I'm easily distracted. But if you can stimulate my mind with conversation, not just blabbering for no reason, like you believe in it wholeheartedly, that was pretty much the only time that could get my attention. Other than that, I was always by myself. as a younger child, I never understood why I did the things that I did, why I was so weird or quirky, and why I just embraced my independence, and no matter what anyone told me, it was my top priority. Then I would look at like other people, and some people had those characteristics and some didn't, and something just started to click. So I was like, holy shit, yo, I gotta like figure this out. I need to know what it is. It's kind of funny because if you look at the astrology world, there's a lot of people who are ruled by Uranian and Neptunian energies. And it's so interesting because those are the people who are very, very misunderstood. Not saying that the other signs don't engage in it, but like, even if you don't believe in it, just embrace it. Just be like, oh, I'm a Sagittarius, like, fuck yeah, like, try to find something good in it, you know? And the great thing about astrology is you can have so much fun with it. I don't know if you guys like memes are a thing. They're so funny. People like come out with all these astrology related memes and you just like sit there and laugh your ass off if you know what's going on, of course. I just love astrology, man. That's how, see? Chills. I don't know if you can see it. It just naturally comes to me now. I'll hang out with one of my friends. I'm like, that's your sign. What do you like to do? Like, how do you like to be treated? I don't know why I keep doing this, but it's like robotics. I was watching like one of these videos, it was like a relationship video. There was a female and there was a male. They were in a relationship. You could tell that this couple was spiritually connected, like in some form, whether it was religion or science or astrology, whatever. There was some sort of connection there. You could feel it. And if I remember correctly, she said that her wants and needs are completely different than his wants and needs. But by him figuring out her wants and needs and her figuring out his wants and needs, they're able to help each other. Not everyone wants the same things. Some people need a lot of space. Some people need clinginess. They need attention 24/7. When I look at cultures and I look at religion and I see how our world is just dividing up, even though that breaks me in so many ways, I can't even like explain it. There would be no zodiac sign if it weren't for the zodiac sign before it or the zodiac sign after it. It doesn't separate anybody. Each zodiac sign has a flaw. They also have positive attributes that can change the world if they only tap into it more. You know, ask questions, professionals, or you can find people who are learning at the same level that you are. Because of these 12 months, there are 12 signs. Each sign has its own space between those months. They give a mystical aura to the season or to the month. These sun signs rule your ego. It's the same thing with children. Their egos are out there. Children are light. Children are sun. If you look at the year as a whole, let's start with September. September begins with Virgo, school, organization, getting your shit together, and then it goes right into Libra, getting to know other people, charming those around you. And then it goes into Scorpio where, you know, everything just starts to like hit. So then Sagittarius season begins and it's optimism, and then it goes into Capricorn where the year will cut off and start a new beginning, and these energies are telling you work for it. You have to be prepared. That's when it's a new year, and the new year starts with Aquarians. Aquarians are known to be innovative and new ideas are progressed, how they can make everything better so they don't have to worry about the past. Pisces comes in, and Pisces teaches us to create these new ideas. Aries season's gonna come and everyone's just gonna be hectic. And then after that, we have Taurus season. Enjoy yourself, you know, start making plans, look forward to your vacation because it's coming to an end. Gemini season rolls around. That's usually when schools are closing out. June, end of June, boom. Everyone's finishing what they have to do, socializing, going out. And it just goes right into Cancer of family and vacations and memories that are going to be everlasting. Leo season rolls around and it's party, 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 party. Summertime, everyone's hype. Like, there's just so much energy, and all those energies just come together and it begins back again at Virgo. That's how I view my year. Before astrology, I was like, another year has passed. Another year has passed. I'm getting older. This is scary. What the heck is going on? Like, I can't keep up. the energies speak for itself. It's gonna move from a fire sign to an earth sign, back to an air sign, back to a water sign. The energies are constantly fluctuating. So that's it, guys. I hope that I was able to influence you guys into looking into astrology or changing a direction in your life. And I think that's all I have to really say about my love for astrology. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, taking the time to listen to what I have to say. I really appreciate it. Always. The bond is real, you know what I'm saying? And with that, I bid you adieu.